Greetings. I am a dragon alchemist, and allow me to entertain you. I am once again playing Fallout 4, where I am with Nick Valentine at the Nakano residence. I'm here to apparently find their missing daughter. Kidnapped or run away, that has yet to be determined. But first order of business, I have a level up that needs to be sorted out. As per usual, I'm going to be filling out the last of my stats. Just need 3 more levels, and we can sort that out completely. Right, I need information about your daughter, Kenji. Specifically, what she looks like, her habits, any distinguishing features, information. I can't locate someone I don't even know or would recognize.
Mr. Nakano.
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Yep. I'm guessing there's going to be some information that they're going to be reticent about revealing, but we're going to keep pressing them about whatever they have to give. Yes, it may be a little upsetting to reveal, but if I want to get their daughter back, and if they want to get their daughter back, they need to give me every bit of the dirt they have.
Why did your daughter really leave? Your wife says she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers.
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Ray. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
We'll get to whether she's in danger or not. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. What about her radio?
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something, like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Making a toaster out of a radio. I'm not quite sure it works out that way.
Anything more you can tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Standard overprotective parent. But her grandfather?
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
I get it. Encountered some danger along the way and just couldn't deal with it. Well, that's the problem with living in the wasteland. You usually don't see retirement age.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
Although, given how I'm currently building things out, that's not going to last. You guys will be seeing old age, and be happy to live to tell about it. So, Mrs. Nakato.
Mrs. Nakano.
Nakano.
I suppose
Whoops.
you have questions about my daughter.
Yep, I hope you're a little more informative than your husband was.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone.
True.
But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make.
Also true.
Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Now that is the question, isn't it?
Tell me more about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
That much was obvious.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Ah, there we go. There's the reticence I was looking for. I was expecting it from the husband, but not the mother. Well, like I said, she might be a little more informative than him.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Yeah, it's starting to look more like she went away on her own rather than got tricked. I mean, we're not even sure she was talking to someone out there. Maybe she was more listening.
Nothing else right now.
Well, that did give me a bit more insight on what's going on. Not exactly a completely happy household. Overprotective father, somewhat concerned mother, and a recently deceased grandfather. Not exactly the best way to start things off. Ooh, what was that? What was that? Kasumi's project, lamp.
Project log, lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
At least I got an idea what she sounds like. That's a better thing than nothing, I suppose. If I hear on a radio, that also improves things. And they have a nice little place here. Could use a few more repairs and a lot more dusting up, but it's a lot better than most of the other places I've seen.
This is Kasumi's room. Let's see if she left any clues about where she went.
There's also that's also something I noticed about Nick. He sounds a little different. I think that may be just something for the DLC. Maybe they couldn't get the same voice actor. And then there's him being in POW armor, so that really kicks things over.
Project log, radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
I'm not quite sure what Ohm's Law is. I think it has something to do with electrical resistances. I'm not entirely sure. First things first, get some food in and water. Should have brought more stuff. Didn't realize I'd be needing this much out here. Ooh. Okay, so I suppose I'm technically snooping into her journal right now.
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up.
Oh, yeah, definitely
I keep having
journaled.
the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have it again tonight.
Aliens? I mean, there are aliens in the Fallout 4 universe. Hard to say. Hard to say. I don't suppose there's anything in the parents' room, is there? No? Alright. I suppose the only other place that I should look is either in the kitchen or...
Project log, kitchen mixer. The circuits are still good, but all the mechanical parts are rusted through. Maybe I can...
All right, everyone. I'll be back in a few days. Was there anything else we needed from the city?
Wait, you're going now? No! Wait, Dad, I could come with you.
It is better if I go alone, cousin. Do not worry. I have your list.
You don't know what half that list is, Dad. I can help you. Really, I'll be...
I said no. I'm sorry. You're safe here, okay? Just stay put for me.
Okay.
I know you're disappointed, but I won't be long. I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
Great, this radiation storm isn't gonna make things any easier. So apparently Kenji did not want her to go to Diamond City. Was that overprotectiveness, or is he hiding something else?
Hello? Testing? Project log. Holotape player. Managed to strip out the parts from this thing and make something that's easier to move around. Granddad always said you need to make a record when you start something. You know, in case you have to go back to it. So, I guess I'm going to start doing that. Maybe I should start with an inventory of all the parts I found?
Kasumi! Your father needs help with the boat.
I'll be right there. Oh, damn. Was I recording that?
So far, nothing that indicates why she left. Let's see what this little tool shed has for me. Ah, terminal's broken. Can't make use of that. Of all the times for a rad storm to roll in, now is not the time. Okay, I think we may have a clue. Let's see. My dear Kasumi, if you ever get locked out of the safe, then the answer is here in the boathouse. Picture where the key is. Love, Granddad. The picture. Easy enough. Yep. Key hidden within the frame.
Good work. Now let's see what's in that safe.
Now, I realize I could have picked the safe, but it's so much easier to use the key. Okay, pair of military-grade duct tape. We're leaving that for the family. And Kasumi's final holotape.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
Ah, there's the ticket. She's gone and sailed to a place called Far Harbor to meet a bunch of synths. Well, good news is that the Institute won't be teleporting to them anytime soon. So she may be in danger still, because that trip is not exactly what I would consider safe. At the same time, if she's among them, she may be safe. We don't know exactly yet. As for her being a synth, jury is still out on that. I don't know the entire story with this family. Maybe she's a synth, but at the same time, maybe she's overthinking it. And I'm leaning more towards that theory. I mean, Nick would know, wouldn't he? You know the family. Have you known their daughter since she was born? If she was born, then that throws the whole synth theory right out.
Did you find anything?
Yep. Is Kasumi human? I should not ask that directly. That may be considered rather insulting. I mean, come on, we got a parent couple here. Let's not get to the sense. We'll just get right to the brass tacks.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that
one
explains
second.
why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be found?
You're right, Detective. Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
I guess I gotta break it to them. She met a group of synths.
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Well, I don't have to ask if she's sure. Synths are still people, yes. Maybe she was replaced, or I don't know about replaced. It's a possibility. I mean, the Institute was active until recently.
Something wrong?
And maybe she's confused. That's still something, but yeah, synths are still people.
It doesn't matter if your daughter is a synth, Mrs. Nakano. She's still a person who needs help.
But my daughter isn't a synth.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system. A final gift from my father. And it's built for distance.
Yeah, well, I don't suppose there's any other way to do this, is there? Don't you need the boat? Do you need the boat? And what am I sailing into here?
What can I...
Besides a rad
I
storm?
only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
Alright. I suppose this is the only way.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here,
Yay,
please
poor
take
camera
it.
angles.
I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
I know it'll be hard waiting for word, but try to carry on like normal. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Fine, Kasumi. Please.
Okay, so we have two options. We can either go to the Railroad or the Brotherhood about a synth refuge. We're not telling the Brotherhood about the synth refuge. Can you say raised to the ground any faster? Hello, kitty. Okay. So, I can either depart for Far Harbor right now, or I can get to the railroad and tell them what's going on. Can I sail someplace else? Can I sail anywhere else besides Far Harbor? I'm going to do a quick save. Yep, I can only go to Far Harbor. So we are going to get to the railroad first. If there is a synth refuge that far up north, they may know about it. They may give me contact information. That may open a few doors for me. Okay, so where am I going? Coastal Cottage is still a wreck, so I gotta get to the Slog. Use the Slog's teleporter, get all the way to Bunker Hill, and then travel from Bunker Hill to the Railroad HQ. That's the plan. And I'll just do a little jump cut here. And once again, back at the railroad. I probably should have accomplished a few more tasks for them before I came in here. I mean, I've been doing that a lot lately. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Oh, they're completely separate. Okay. Railroad.
Well, if it isn't the General of the Minutemen, the Destroyer of the Institute, Liberator of the Synths, my only regret is we couldn't have been there when you did it.
Huh. Well, if you wanted to bring a few more people around, sure. I could have told Sturgis to teleport a few of you from wherever. But yeah, did the synths evacuate all right?
Did the synths make it out okay?
Yes. And no. We got the synths out of the Institute, but the news isn't all good. Hate runs deep in the Commonwealth. A hatred of everything to do with the Institute. A hatred of synths. When people realized what was happening, we mobilized quickly and rescued most of the synths. But there were casualties.
Well, I suppose I should have expected that. Yeah, I can order them to stop. I can order them.
I'll order the people to stop.
They're vigilantes and bigots. They don't recognize anyone's laws, not even yours. So we do what we've always done. We work in secret. Our safe houses are bursting with synths. If you're up for it, we could use your help in smuggling them out of the Commonwealth. But even if you don't, everyone in the railroad owes you a tremendous debt.
No, I can set up safe passage. And I may be talking to one of you about another place.
Desdemona.
Far Harbor.
H-222 made it out of the Commonwealth. It's a tradition to down a glass for your first successful run. Well done.
It's a bit late for that, but that's not what I came here to talk about. I mean, I appreciate the drink and all.
Desdemona.
God damn it! Losing Augusta is a real blow. Not your fault, I know.
When running synths out of the wealth, wastelanders can be a real problem.
I don't want to talk about that, but Carrington is sure to give me an earful about it.
Am I supposed to talk to you about this? I am gonna have to check. Okay, check. Railroad. Oh, okay, not you. I'm supposed to talk to...
Those vaults?
Boxer?
Too many teeth to be a scammer.
Hey there.
Hey there. You're Wanderer, yeah? I've been
That
looking
I
for
am.
you. Name's Boxer. Boss called me in on account of some rumors making their way through the Commonwealth. There's word that there's some kind of colony of synths way up the coast, all on their own. You heard anything like that?
I was about to ask you about that.
The railroad has connections up the coast?
No, not really. I mean, we give synths a head start out of the Commonwealth, but whatever this is, it isn't us. So come on, spill it. What do you know?
Not all that much. Yeah, I may as well tell you what I'm doing exactly.
There's a girl named Kasumi Nakano. She disappeared up north. Sounds like she heard the same stories and thinks she's a synth.
The name doesn't ring a bell. If she is a synth, doesn't sound like we ever helped her. But I guess those stories really are getting around, huh? I'm gonna keep my ear to the ground. You do the same. If you get anything concrete, let me know, okay?
Well, that was less than informative. At least I know that the railroad does not have connections up north I can use. Unfortunate, but I suppose that's how it is. Any opinions about being in the railroad HQ, Nick? I bet you got something to say about it. Well, I'll sort that out later. Time to get out of here. It's gonna be a far trip to Far Harbor. So I'm going to get to the castle. 27 people. How in the world do I have 27 people in there? I don't know how that happened. I didn't take any stims or anything to boost my charisma, did I? No, I don't think so. Well, in any case, I'm going to head to the castle, load off all the junk, load up on ammunition, and get some supplies and food for the road, because this sounds like a long trip. Well, I follow lead wherever it goes. Alright, after quite a bit of running around, setting up a new teleporter at Coastal Cottage, setting up the supply line, helping out Hangman's Alley because it got under attack while I was scrambling around preparing to go to Far Harbor. Quite a few delays, really. But I also got Nick Valentine a better pistol. I really should get him something with a bit more rapid fire capability later, but I just don't have the ammunition for it right now. But in any case, it's time to go to Far Harbor. Ooh, very nice. I didn't know I could pilot a boat. Well, technically I'm not the one piloting it. It's got its own automatic systems, apparently. That grandpa sure knew what he was doing. Huh. I was kind of expecting just a transition screen or something. I didn't actually expect for the boat to start moving. Intriguing. I like. Just traveling up the Atlantic coast. Oh, with its spooky mists. Its wrecked sailing boats. And the ominous fog. And whatever those are. That's not natural, is it? Sounds like I've got a welcoming committee. Oh, I was wondering where you were, Nick. Is there a below deck on this boat? I suppose you could have been below deck trying to get a nap. Do you sleep? I mean, you used to be human. You might have still retained that habit. I don't know. I mean, I saw a bed in your detective agency. I would assume so. Okay, right.
You lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around
Do your
here.
business and get gone. We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. That means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
Well, my business is strutting around in power armor with my just as equally armored friend. And we're in the business of finding missing people. Synth Refuge is probably going to get off on the wrong foot right away. We are looking for someone.
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
At least we know she made it this far.
What was that?
Damn it. Mariners ain't coming.
Something's coming through the fog! You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall, near the main gate.
Okay.
Now follow me!
Alright, alright. Apparently we're going right into the fray.
Might not be able to rescue you in time.
Hey, I can handle myself. You just tell me where I need to fire.
Something's out there.
Yeah, this is not exactly the best cover spot. This is better. Ooh, creepy.
Eyes peeled, everyone.
Yeah, I'm looking. Who are you? Friendly?
Open the gate! I've got wounded out here.
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Helpers! Oh God! Defend yourselves!
Alright, we got friendlies out there. Oh yeah, those don't look like friendly at all. Not at all. I'm gonna need something a little heavier. Darn it. Oh. They don't look that tough. Where are you? Yeah, alright. Oh, watch those grenades! Watch the grenades! Hey,
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
yeah, I'd rather than start firing to a melee over there. Prefer to go in myself. Okay, time for the mines! Time for the bloody mines! Mines out! Why aren't the mines triggering? Why aren't the mines triggering? Oh, great, great. Don't go in there! Don't go in there! I was about to... Oh, great. This is not the best time. Friendly fire's gonna be a real mess in here. Survivor no more, unfortunately. Some of you ran right into my minefield. Are you still alive? Still alive? Blast! You guys don't exactly have the best survival reflexes, do you? What are these things? I mean, they're very interesting, I'll give you that. But they don't seem to deter these gulpers. Why do they have Deathclaw hides? Gulpers innards. You know what? I'm gonna take some just to experiment on later. Wow, none of these survivors really lived. I'm not quite sure if that's my fault with the mines or no, that's not my fault. Well, we can tell that the Institute's been here at least. Angler meat? So many new interesting things. Did anyone survive? Did any of the actual survivors survive? If not, I may have made quite the wrong first impression.
Never look a trapper in the eyes. They're something else.
What's a trapper? You know what? I'm gonna find out. I am going to find out. What was that?
Avery.
And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. For your help when we needed it. You deserve this.
Yeah. If you want my help, don't run into minefields. Yeah, what's with the fog?
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's radioactive, right? But there are pockets of it, the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem. Things live in the fog, thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
Okay, you've got me intrigued. And how in the world... You know what, I don't have to ask how you lost it, but I'm impressed that you survived given what I just saw out there. Especially considering some of you ran into the mines.
If you managed to survive despite all that, it must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden the stranger with all this nonsense.
Okay, so there's Children of Adam here. Good to know. But them arriving and the fog getting worse might have some correlation, but I need firm evidence. I mean, I know some Children of Adam people are willing to talk, but considering the rads that they keep shooting at me at times, it might be an issue. How did it get worse? No. Do you have anything more on the Children of Adam? I know who they are, I just need specifics. Anything new about this group?
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam.
Yep, I already got that part.
If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used
figures.
to have peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee.
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Adam would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
Oh, great. This idiot pretty much provoked a war. Yeah, preacher that spouts that sort of thing, not a nice thing. I'd have run him out of town, but it sounds like this guy did worse.
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law, just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
And yet, he's still here, and he's gonna cause trouble. I can tell he's gonna cause trouble. He's not the sort of thing that makes things better, is he?
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not.
Yep, and that was what I was trying to count on.
Don't lie, Avery. fog's gotten more lethal year over year. And now the fog's covering the whole island. But only after the children came.
You know as well as I do that's happened before. Sure, people have theories the children are involved, but no one, and I mean no one, has proof.
Yeah, I like this woman's intuition. Until you have evidence, killing people at random seems like a terrible idea.
Can we get back to business?
Sorry for all that. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland to the Synth Refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
Huh, so you actually know about the Synth Refuge and you don't mind it?
What can you tell me about Acadia?
Ask Longfellow. He's the only one that's been there.
Okay, so who is Longfellow?
What's old Longfellow's story?
He's the best hunter on the island. Fearless. Some say crazy. If someone needs to get to Acadia, he's the only one that'll do it. But people around here are known for being stubborn, willful, and other, less flattering things. But Longfellow's got a reputation even among us.
Now, I suppose I could tough it out and just find this Acadia on my own. But having said that, I'm not the sort that bypasses good info and survival tips just because. You tend to survive longer that way.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
Okay, deal with a bunch of stubborn people that may not be really helpful, tend to be gruff, but they sound like people that if you do get their trust, it'll last.
I've heard about those.
Well, at least they're technologically inclined. Okay, so this is Far Harbor. Interesting place. I'm gonna have to do a lot of exploring. But that'll be for the next episode. For now, though, I am gonna have to get that replaced. Blast it, Nick! I can't keep anything fixed around you. Yeah, for now, though, I hope I have entertained you. Farewell.